You're listening to the Packernet Podcast Network.
We all have smartphones, and we all know they're pretty amazing, but they also can be amazingly distracting, especially when we're around other people. So US Cellular wants us to reset our relationship with our phones by putting down our phones for $5. That's right, a company that sells phones wants us to put down our phones. And to see what we find, learn more at uscellular.com/built for us.
Actually, it's the lead play in our offense. Yes, a YN or a tight end to open up somewhere between 6 feet and 9 feet. Get an isolation with the linebacker. Tell the tackle to take the defensive end if he's over him. If he's not, to drive down on the first man to his inside. If the YN has the linebacker taken out, he cuts inside. If the YN has the linebacker in, he comes all the way around. If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here. And try to run this play in the alley.
What's up, guys? Welcome into Packers Total Access. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on Packernet.com. Find me on Twitter at Packers_access. Email us PackersTotalAccess@gmail.com. Text us 865-658-5824. We are live on Rumble and X this evening. We'll be back on YouTube in roughly 5 to 6 days, so we'll keep y'all posted on that. We'll see how it goes. I love that this bunch here that we put together, man. I wouldn't have it any other way. We just, we like, I don't know if stretching the rules is the right term, but we just, we're trying to figure out what we're allowed to do. You know what I mean, Emilio?
Hey, it's tough when we don't get the playbook, right? At least we give the players a playbook to learn from, and YouTube's just letting us fly by the seat of our pants.
It's pretty wild, man. I've never seen a business model operate that way, but hey, it is what it is.
Had me laughing, dude. Jacob, he can't hold it back. He is just ready
to, bro. He's so mad. And I understand the frustration. I do, man, because again, there's no one to give you answers. It's just read the policy.
Yeah.
Okay, I read the policy, and I'll show you right here. We followed the policy, and there's no one to do that. So I'm just sitting in the office by myself, talking to myself, going, "Hey, look, there's no one to do
yeah,
that."
It's always convenient. They don't give you a number or anything. You can't talk to anyone in person.
So we'll just keep rolling along. The number one priority is to keep the pod rolling. And again, we're out here on X, which is pretty cool, and obviously Rumble's growing like crazy. I mean, we're the follow. I think they're technically called followers on there, and I'm still understanding the interface. People are jumping on there every single day, which is really cool. I also want to give a shout out to our Patreon group as well. Been really cool communicating with those guys and gals in there. Appreciate the support. Sure, Emilio, it's good to have you in here, bub. Obviously, I'm not going to get into all the details. You guys have pretty much been made aware that going through some personal stuff right now. And God's in control, and we'll just leave it at that. Maybe a shorter show because I got a couple phone calls to make to check on family and things like that. But just want to say thank you to everyone who's reached out. You guys and gals are just awesome. So it truly does feel like a family, that's for sure. I know we got Chris Nichols in the house. We got United Bates, Eric in here, Ron Samville, Greg Cole. I hope I'm saying that correct. Jay Hewlin. So appreciate y'all hanging out. What's that?
I think that's Coach.
Is that Coach? Okay, got it. There you go. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Joe. Yeah, all right, got it. Yeah. Coach Lynn. I'm still trying to understand everyone. We need profile pictures of what we need.
Yeah,
that's how we would be able to identify.
That's what everyone's homework tonight is. We need to go into Rumble and let's edit the avatars and let's get those rolling. We'll be good to go.
Absolutely. So what we're going to do tonight, again, there's no noise or no news rather. I don't want to just sit here and kind of harp on stuff and try to make up content and all that. That's why we're going back and recapping last year and trying to get a refresher on how did the games play out, what were some of the key aspects, especially in the first half of the season. And listen, I understand that some fans don't want to go back and watch the bad games. I completely understand. I kind of look at it the opposite, though, man. I want to understand, okay, what went wrong and what did the Packers do to kind of right the ship in the second half? That's the big thing for me. So we've learned a lot, man. I've been taking notes on each game. And, again, we did it this way with just the highlights from on YouTube from NFL.com because we wanted to we wanted to get kind of a different perspective. You guys know I did Chalk Talk segments where I found the explosive plays on the scoring drives. I found the key plays, that type of thing. So now we're looking at the more glamorous version of the game. So that's kind of the approach tonight. So, Emilio, you ready to get into this one, man?
I'm ready, man. I liked what you said there. It's tough. We have to go through the losses, and I need to especially. I try to only rewatch the wins, but the losses are where you really learn the stuff. So
absolutely, man. It's huge, dude. It's huge to go back and, like I said, understand exactly what happened. The other thing too, like, you guys have heard me say that since 2011, I've watched every play of Packer football 3 times, and I know everyone rolls their eyes at that. I think people are starting to believe me now because this is what's crazy is now through this last year's process of doing the show, I watch the game live, right? And then I go back and I watch the condensed version. I go back and watch it. And then I go back through and put up Chalk Talk. So when I'm doing Chalk Talk, guess what I got to do? Watch every snap again, edit the video, get those plays picked. Yep. And then we go back on to Chalk Talk, and I actually watch them again, break it down. And now we're doing this recap in the offseason. So we're up to 5 times now, essentially, what it comes down to for the most part.
And that's the truth. When we were done with the draft after the episode, what did we do? We sat down and started watching more football and more tape. Like that is absolutely no joke at all.
Absolutely, man. I love it, dude. I can't get enough of it. So with that being said, let's go full screen here to help everybody kind of see it a little bit better. You can see that, correct?
Yep.
All right, cool. I'm going to go ahead and kill the cam. Maybe that'll help with the bandwidth just a touch as well with the connection. But let's dive right into it, man. We pick up right here, right off the bat. We'll give you a little bit of commentary audio. We'll also mute it from time to time, go slow motion, replay some plays here. We'll see if we can get in and out pretty quick tonight again in case I got to take a phone call. But with that being said, here we go. First play we're going to show 14-18 left in the first quarter. Denver's ball, 3rd and 7 play. Let's roll the tape.
Man covered.
Yeah, you see it right there. Cortland Sutton. And again, what you're going to notice too is Carrington Valentine struggling, right? And I know for whatever reason, hey, look, as a Kentucky fan, I was happy it happened, that people were, talking like, no, Carrington Valentine played good. I just didn't see it last year. Again, 7th round pick, got thrust into the spotlight, tried to hold his own, had some good games, but overall, I feel like he didn't play as well as some people would lead you to believe. There you've seen a deep shot play and obviously right on the money as he gives up a big play there to Cortland Sutton. That was definitely an explosive play. And you guys know when explosives hit, right? When explosives hit, it triples the offense's chance of scoring on that drive, whether it's a field goal or a tutter. So explosives are really the name of the game. But let's see. I don't even know if they went on to score on this drive. I imagine they probably did, seeing that it tripled the chances. But here we are, 2nd and 9, still Denver ball. They are at the Packers. Looks like they're, 38.5-yard line, somewhere around there. Here we go. It was just beaten by 2nd down and 9. The time and the flow. All right, so another little 8-9-yard gain.
Yep, we'll have to play action.
Yep, 11:22 left in the first.
It's a 1st and 10.
Woo! Woo! That is ugly right there. We got to roll it back. We got to see what happened on that play for sure. And again, this is a TV copy. We're limited on what we can see, but let's just play this in slow motion here and kind of call it out. Let me set the stage for those of you listening on the pod. This obviously, to me, looks like they are in 21 personnel, right? 2 running backs, 1 tight end, even though he's more, close to that wing spot there. Not wing stop, Emilio. I know you're hungry tonight, but
they got some good tenders. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Notice the receivers too are in that nasty split, right? Both of them inside the numbers. That's what we call nasty. So that would be essentially 21 close eye, or you could call it 21 eye nasty. And you've got the you could say wow off nasty, that type of thing. Now we are in what appears to be, it's either a nickel or we're playing a 4-3 right now.
I was going to say that looks oddly close to a 4-3 with stand-up DNs.
Yeah, it really does. So essentially you've got your 2 outside linebackers, which are edge defenders, as we say. You've got 2 down linemen in a 3-point stance, and then you got what appears to be 3 stack backers. But to me, honestly, Emilio, what I think's going on here is 2 linebackers, and I think this might be a DB right here. So for whatever reason, we seen something against Denver where we decided we were going to go potentially nickel if that is a DB. That kind of makes me, I don't want to say scratch my head, but they had to have a reason that they wanted to do it. But nonetheless, imagine them trying to run this 21-I against a 34 jam, right? Which would be your outside linebackers. This defensive line would be kicked here. You'd have another defensive line. Probably not going to get away with this play. Let's roll it in slow motion here and see what happens. So again, see the sift block over. Going to cut it back almost like a little misdirection, almost designed, right?
Well, yeah, that was tough. And that safety DB, whoever it is, 22, is that Gene Charles or whoever it was? Man, he was playing the outside to play Russell, but it just opened it right up because Preston stepped outside to dodge that chop block.
Yep. So right here you see the DB. He steps up in there, and I don't know why he's he's worried about Russell. I guess rolling left. And I'd love to know who that is. It's kind of hard to tell on the TV.
But all it took was that tackle walling down on Kenny and on the end there. It was over, man. Opened up that hole.
No doubt. And you got Preston Smith missed tackle, and then I know someone's going to get upset, but Darnell Savage flying in. He's going to give the old whiffaroo like he does.
Oh, it was Key.
Yeah.
So, it was Key that was running that.
Was it? Okay.
Backer spot.
So they put Key in kind of a stack backer look. So it was nickel against the 21 personnel, and this is what happens right here, man. So again, missed tackle by Preston. Well, Keyshawn Nixon loses gap integrity. Preston Smith missed tackle. Darnell Savage missed tackle. This looks pitiful. Somebody put him to bed. Look at him, how he's laying there. And then, of course, McDuffie and who is that came in? Rasul came in and made the tackle. So that's now look on this play right here, Emilio. Now you got pretty much the same 21 look. They're not in an eye yet. They may be shifting to it. There's your two running backs, essentially. There's your tight end. Another nasty split. Now look what we're in. 34 jam.
Mm-hmm.
5 guys on the line of scrimmage. So let's roll it in slow motion. Let's just continue to kind of talk over it here just a second. So, they're going to go run left here. Yeah, nobody attacks, do they, Emilio?
No, that's just good blocking on the off. I mean, they get paid too, and they just opened a hole for their. It's like no one set the edge, no one set the the outside edge there, and it was.
Yeah, it's either zone or duo right there too, and they really get to the second level nice.
Right, and bringing that back over on the motion to lead.
Yeah, I'm trying to think here. If you were to, who should be shooting that gap? So, yeah. You kind of got 2 guys trying to set the edge out here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I guarantee the play design wasn't, hey, both of you guys go to this same gap, this outside gap, right? So what I'm thinking probably happened here, Preston Smith did the right thing. He's setting the edge up here on the outside, right here. I think he's setting the edge, and Duff just gets a little bit too far outside.
Yep, and Devontae Wyatt gets turned. That's all or is that Kenny? I think it's Kenny actually. Kenny got turned, and that's all it takes. If your shoulders are sideways, he's actually down a little bit, right above Rashawn's helmet. Yep, that's where Kenny is, right? Yep, he got turned right there. Open the hole right up.
And what I was circling here is Quay, and this is what we're talking about, man. He's a beast. He's a physical freak, but watch him right here. You see it's a run, and you just get kind of rough, man. That's really.
Yeah. We don't need to be hand fighting out, 5 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Exactly. All right, so here we are, 3rd and 11, same play, or same drive, I should say. Still 0-0, 9-10 left in the first quarter. They are out in what appears to be, this to me looks like it's probably 11 personnel. They went empty. I'm imagining this is the T right here. And the reason I say that's because we are in our nickel now. You see our nickel 2-4-5, right? Mm-hmm. So – yeah, they've got a little bunch, a nasty bunch split on this side. And then, of course, you got the X flex pretty far out over here. So what they're probably trying to do is catch us in a nickel here and treat it like a 5-wide set. Similar principle to catching us in a base and running a 3-wide set, right, by flexing the tight end out or maybe even the T out. So let's see what we got here. Let's just keep rolling in slow motion for a second here. All right, decent push. There's Gary getting up in the face of the quarterback. A little sidearm throw, gets it out. Kenny over pursues. Oh, so tough, man.
Yeah.
And Wyatt
got right back up, but man.
Yeah. So obviously, defense gets a stop there. 32-yard attempt from the Broncos here. So kind of a win considering how that drive went.
And he's missed one field goal. This is a 32-yarder, which is up.
All right, so we're good there. All right, so Packers' first drive, 4:37 left in the first quarter. That's tough. You know, Emilio, you don't get the ball back, and you don't get your first drive until the 4-minute mark.
Mm-hmm.
That's you're gonna feel like you're playing behind all day long. But we're in a gun set here, little dubs. You got strong right T weak. Going to throw to the Y. Man, beautiful scheme. Wide open. Tucker or Musgrave.
Yep.
First down
Love
there.
that.
Yeah, that's a good way to get things kind of going. You just crossed the 50 here. You're at the 46-yard line of the Broncos. This is a 3rd and 6 play. 2:45 left in the first quarter. Ugh. Don't like that throw. Don't like that decision. What do you think, man?
No, I mean, when I was watching it open up, it looks for a quick rub route at the bottom there into a wheel, and I don't like that on a 3rd and 6 when we just crossed the 50. Let's get a crosser or maybe a slant, T swing, something that isn't just based on a drop in, but especially into that double coverage.
And they kind of baited him into doing that, showing all this blitz up front, which tells you it's probably single, right? The big thing here to me, we're out in a 3-by-1, right, with the T on the right side. I'm assuming that's a tight end up top. If so, then that's what we would call trips left, nub right, T same.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see what we got here. Let's roll in slow motion.
The little curl rub routes.
Yep, little curl rub. He's attacking it. So he's turning that into a wheel route, isn't he, right here?
Yep.
That's exactly what he's doing. So you've got Christian that sits down in the middle of the field, and you've got, I think that's Jaden Reed trying to run a wheel route up the sideline. So they're trying to take advantage of that single coverage. But again, ball is kind of underthrown, I would say. Yeah, definitely. And some people are probably saying, hey, that's pass interference. I got it. But when the quarterback underthrows the ball and you've got 2 defenders in the same area, I can understand why the official would keep the flag in the pocket for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like you said, I don't think there's a reason to throw it there. But, yeah, I see the pass interference. I also would have liked Christian there on that Effrey curl, just a quick work your way towards the hash. Once you sat there for a second and nothing was there, all right, let's start creeping towards, the actual line to gain. Look at all that space,
Yeah, just get out in here, man.
Right.
Work yourself into that open space just a touch. Because if it was designed for you to rub, that's over. That's done. Right.
Yeah, your job's done. Let's, work to help your quarterback.
Yeah. So from Jordan's perspective, he's just looking up going, okay, we know they're firing here. Although I think they only brung 4. They were showing kind of a heavy blitz.
Yep.
You got to just kind of take your shot there, right, and see if you can drop it in the bucket. So, yeah, that's a good eye there, though. I'm with you, man. If there was some kind of choice aspect involved there with Christian, getting that open space just a touch.
And maybe that's something they're adding in this year. Matt's got it dialed up. Jordan feels comfortable in the offense, and that's something we can add to it.
Yeah. So you see their opening drive, Packers pretty much go just about 3 and out other than a Musgrave first down there, right? So They give the ball right back to the Broncos. You're seeing a common theme throughout the first half of the season, and we've talked about it. The defense kind of carried the load there in the first half, and everything completely flipped, it seemed like, in the second half until you went into those last 2 or 3 games where the defense started to play a little better. But, yeah, here we are. Broncos are up 3-0. This is 2:31 left in the first quarter. Let's see what the announcers say here. 1st and 10 play.
With a touchback to the 20 and a 1st and 10.
They just running the ball down our throat. That's exactly what's going on there. And you can kind of do that, too, when you see the other offense struggling a bit, right?
Yep.
So and I run a 34 jam, too, man.
Yeah.
Little cutback. Quay just got juked out of his – yeah. And again, man, I'm not trying to dog. I'm just saying – this is the stuff I continue to see. Like, you look at his PFF grade, people, PFF's garbage. I mean, it kind of checks out. He didn't have a great season. He really didn't. All right, next play, 1st and 10 for the Broncos. 2:07 left in the first quarter, up 3-0. Broncos. Stick there. 2nd and 5, 1:31 left in the first quarter. Broncos ball.
As you said, Kevin, under 100 last week.
That's just, man, that is rough, bro. There is no penetration whatsoever against the run up front.
You had like 9 people in the box, too.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, people, you'll kind of dog on the DC over that. there's nothing else. What else do you want the defensive coordinator? This is what Matt LaFleur was saying at the pressers last year. Like, hey, these guys are on one gap assignments here. Like, what do you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, borderline 9 in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as a coordinator, you're going, okay, guys, just
no. He hit the audible blitz and then the audible bring the coverage down tight in Madden, and it still didn't work. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. And you see, man, like right here, they the way it gets sealed off too, and this is what we're talking about with we've got some great pass rushers up front, but against the run, it just didn't come together. I'm hoping that Ogabasi and some of these guys come in here and really change the culture and get this run defense a little bit better shape.
We all have smartphones, and we all know they're pretty amazing, but they also can be amazingly distracting, especially when we're around other people. So US Cellular wants us to reset our relationship with our phones by putting down our phones for $5. That's right, a company that sells phones wants us to put down our phones. And to see what we find, learn more at uscellular.com/built for us.
Have you ever experienced turbulence on a flight and wondered why?
And you can see all the terrain around you. You've got no issue with visibility or anything?
No, everything's peachy.
Maybe you've sat on the tarmac for hours wondering why your plane isn't moving.
Well, we're outside here. They're saying the ramp is closed. They won't let us park because of Air Force One.
Listen in on the conversations between pilots and air traffic controllers on the Air Traffic Out of Control podcast.
510 declaring an emergency. There's smoke in the cabin. I need to make a landing right now on 31 left.
We have the most interesting, wild, and funny ATC recordings you will ever hear. Check out Air Traffic Out of Control wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
But yeah, just tough look there. It's nice to know what happened here too, because I didn't even remember anything about the Broncos game, and you can see they just ran the ball down our throat. That in conjunction with the offense sputtering, obviously.
A lot of big time possession difference already.
Yeah, definitely. So just about to the end of the first quarter here, another 1st and 10 play for the Broncos.
It was an ACL and an MCL last year. 1st and 10. Wilson, messy pocket. He's got
once again, Quay Walker, missed tackle.
Wilson, messy pocket.
That's just tough right there, man.
Because he was on him. He was in his hip. It would have only been a 2-yard gain.
Right, exactly. All right, 3rd and 5 for the Broncos. Now we're in the second quarter. First or second play of the second quarter. Like I said, 3rd and 5. They are marching at the 24-yard line of the Packers. Press man in the slot. Hammer the slant. First down. All right, 3rd and 7 from the 11-yard line. 13:23 left in the second quarter.
It's good coverage.
Yeah, great coverage right there. You're right. Held them to another field goal, man. Bend, but don't break.
I mean, they've been on the field for almost a quarter at this point. They've only given up 6 points. So
that's a great point, Emilio. At this point for the Packers, man, you've got to get a couple first downs here. You have got to get this defense a little bit of a breather. There's a 5:53 left in the second quarter. You've had 2 possessions?
It was still 13. Like if half a second ago, I think they hit a jump. It was 13 minutes when they hit that last field goal. So and we were only on the field for a couple of possessions. So
yeah. And here you see the Packers come out. They're going strong right, twins left, little pistol look.
I like that.
There you go. Run the ball a little bit. All right, 3rd and 1 play. Similar look. They're going balanced this time. So you've got a tight end on each side of the line of scrimmage. You've got twins left. And this is just an ace set, single back. Got lucky there, Emilio.
Yeah.
I don't like a toss play on 3rd and 1.
No, the only one I like is a fake fullback dive, halfback toss on 3rd and 1. That's it, man. Besides that.
Yeah. All right, so here's another twin look. So they seen something that they really liked, that they wanted to stay in 12 personnel twin looks against this Denver Bronco defense. Well, smoke screen. Look at Romeo Dobbs. Let's go. Love it. All right, 1st and 10, starting to move the ball a little bit. We are in their territory, 43-yard line of the Denver Broncos. Another 12 personnel, little 12 nasty right here, pretty balanced. Well, actually, no, it's strong left.
Yeah, it looks like we got 2 tight ends. Yeah, 2 tight ends on the left, right?
Yep, strong left. It's 12 personnel, 12 ace, strong left, nasty.
It's 1st and 10.
Another toss play. Look at this. Will somebody come look at this? Hey, love the physicality there from AJ.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 55 seconds left in the second quarter. You're getting shut out by the Denver Broncos. Empty personnel here. Kind of hard to tell if there's a running back. I think that's Jonesy up top. So there is a running back. So you went with an empty set, but it appears to be, look at this, what I want to see right here, man. Musgrave flexed all the way out to the sideline. That's what you want to see. So you got 2 left, 3 right is essentially the look. So it's T left, strong right. Ooh, little slant underneath.
Little jailbreak screen there. Looked like they tried to run.
It looked like that, yeah. So I have to settle for a field goal attempt.
And from 43.
And that is a miss. When you heard LaFleur saying we need to play complementary football, this is exactly what he was talking about, Emilio, right here. Mm-hmm. I mean, you've got the offense keeping the defense on the field the entire time. You've got kickers missing field goals on the rare attempts that you've got to put points on the board. Yeah, it's just wild to think this is how the team was playing, and then to think of how they play in the second half. It's just crazy, man.
I know it.
After the missed field goal, 1st and 10, here they come. Oh, the escape hatch. Wilson throws.
Too much time there, man.
3, 2 timeouts, as you say. Underneath it goes.
All right, another first down for the Broncos. 22 seconds left in the second quarter. They're trying to get points on the board here for the middle 8. 1st and 10.
Wilson. First block.
Missed tackle. Whew. That is tough. So first missed tackle was Kobe Wooden, right here. Missed tackle. And I don't know who that was. I couldn't tell if that was Anthony Johnson Jr. I believe it might have been. So 2 missed tackles. Now they got a shot to get a field goal, right? Right before halftime. 9 seconds left. Right down the middle.
He's knocked it in from 30.
So they won the middle 8 right there. Here we go in the second half. First of all, first half takes here, Emilio. Anything you got, man?
Defense was holding us in it, right? Offense was sputtered. Defense was on the field a lot. So we need, this half coming out. We need this possession to be an extended one. Way too much time. The offense wasn't on the field.
Definitely. This looks like a little RPO action, a little RPO bubble, right?
Yep.
And obviously you have an option here to run the ball. This is more of a pre-snap determination here too, by the way. It looks like I couldn't tell if he was under center, if it was in pistol. But you come to the line of scrimmage, you look out here and go, okay, do we like our numbers here? Do we want to go with the RPO bubble, or do we want to just hand the ball off, right? When you look at the numbers, it kind of feels like the bubble probably was the proper play, but let's see how it plays out. Yeah, Jonesy got something out of it, sure. 3rd and 4, 14:29 left.
Yeah, we can't have a 3 and out right here, right?
No, you can't, man. You cannot come out of halftime and get a 3 and out for sure.
4 for Jordan Love. Good time.
There you go, Dontavian Wicks. Let's go, man.
Mm-hmm.
Wicks, he's going to be that third down receiver, man. I think Jaden Reed's going to be the home run hitter. If Christian Watson stays healthy, obviously we know what he can do taking the top off. You got Romeo Dobbs as a red zone threat, in my opinion, too, with the strong hands. Tay Wicks is going to be that guy you look for on 3rd down, especially against zone coverage. 3rd and 6. Look at Love. Let's go, buddy. Picks up the first down with his legs there.
Mm-hmm. Team needed it. He knew that we couldn't. This drive needs to produce points.
Yeah, it ain't got to be pretty at this point, right? Let's just let's keep this drive going. Let's crawl before we walk here. 2nd and 2 play, 11:56 left in the third quarter. Still down 9-0. Oh Lord, why are we getting to? There it is. Listen, I don't remember how this play ended up. I don't care. I don't care if this is a touchdown. What are we doing? I mean, why? Nothing. Like you know what I think of? I think of Varsity Blues when he says, your dummy O's can't run a simple draw play, and you got trick plays. Oop the F&O. Let's see if it works out, though. See what kind of arm Tay Wicks has got here. He's a lefty. It worked.
It did.
Great play.
Yeah. Wow, Matt, way to draw it up.
That's hilarious, man. I know I'm a boring fan, but I see that stuff and I'm going, what are we doing? Why? But here we are, man. It did kind of spark them, right? 3rd and 4, 10:33 left. I think same thing I say. Coach Lynn said, Wicks is a lefty? I didn't know that either, man. Pretty cool. Put it in the memory bank, right? 3rd and 4. We're now at the Broncos' 11-yard line here. 10:33 left in the third quarter.
Jones in 3rd down and 4.
Remember what I said about the red zone? Just get Dobby down there one-on-one.
Yep.
He overthrows the ball, though.
But we saw him hit that a couple games ago.
Yeah, over and over and over, man. That was just, to me, that looked like a bad ball there. It sold on him for sure. All right, another field goal attempt. Come on, Anders. Come on, Anders. You can do this.
Just got into the red zone for the first time.
Got it. We're on the board, baby.
Team needed that. That was a big drive.
Yes, he did. So 9-3 now. We're on the board. 10:24 left in the third quarter. Broncos ball.
1st and 10. First snap. Second half.
Play action.
Russell Wilson with time, and he
Again, you see Carrington Valentine.
I didn't want to say it earlier, but it keeps popping up.
They're picking
This
on him,
team
ain't they?
especially.
I think somebody said that in the chat. Yeah, right there. Chris Nichols picking on Valentine.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's exactly what they're doing. It's a 7th round pick, man. You know, like
You got to know where he is on the field.
I'm looking at the scouting report. I'm going, yep, that's hey, you remember on the Water Boy. Where's my B? There's my B right there. All right, 1st and 10, 9:51 left in the third. Oh my goodness gracious. Was that Keyshawn? Did you see that stiff arm, Emilio? Let's go slow motion for dramatic.
Here we are in our 4-3 nickel again.
Yeah, that's it. Right. You got Keyshawn down here playing in the box. Yeah, they're in 21 personnel, right? Yeah.
This is where we got dusted on earlier in the game.
Yep, they're going right back to it. Let's see. So Keyshawn's going to come in here and try to make a play, and you'll see a little baby stiff arm. I'm going to keep the announcers on at 50% for dramatic effect. Here we go. Look at this. That's that right there. That's not a good look. He just patting him on the head. Look. Hey there, little fella. How you doing?
And can you roll that back real quick, Clayton?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. I just need to see what happened with Quay on this.
All right, so let's key in on Quay Walker. Let's find him here pre-snap. So Quay is definitely playing Will right here, right?
Yep.
That'd be Will. That would be Mike. So they have Duffy playing the mic. All right, let's roll it. Yeah, bro. Yeah. I said, yeah. I remember a read option last year too. Actually, his rookie year. And I won't say the name of the podcaster that was defending him. But, I mean, the quarterback kept the ball and was running the opposite direction. And Quay was chasing the running back down. He didn't even have the ball. And this guy was defending. Well, that wasn't his responsibility. It's not his responsibility to know who has the football. I love Quay Walker, but come on, guys. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Yeah, this is tough, man. And again, for those of you listening on the pod, the running back has the ball, and Quay is just kind of mugging the receiver or whatever, the target outside. I guess he's reading this right here. There's something about him not being able to get his eyes in the backfield to read if the quarterback's got the ball or not. And that may sound real simple, but that's a real thing. Man.
We got the guards over here taking a knee, both knees on the ground, about to drop, and Quay's over here hand fighting with the receiver. I need you to chuck that, man.
Yeah, right there. Could have gotten defensive hands to the face too, but look right here. He took himself completely out of the play.
Look, and now it's on Rasul.
Right. Good luck with that. That's tough. I'm glad you said to take that back. And listen, there's no one more upset than Quay Walker. You can see it right.
Oh, yeah, he knows. He knows it.
He's just like, crap. That's the stuff you got to get better at. And now we got, like I said, Coach Campanile coming in. Maybe he can light a fire under Quay and get the best out of him. And I tell you something else that'll help Quay. If Edgerrin Cooper is indeed the real deal and he comes in and plays great, it's definitely gonna raise Quay's ability to kind of step up here. So this looks like a heavy set as well. I'm trying to I can't tell if that's Rudy or not. I don't know who that is right there. I don't think that's Keyshawn.
It kind of looks like Rudy.
Yeah, I think that's Rudy. So they got him playing what we call spur, right? And this is a strong left. Actually, it's Hold up a second.
No, it's 13. It looks like.
Yeah, it's got to be 13, right? Yeah, that's 13.
There's two tight ends are off. Yeah.
Is that 3 tight ends on that side? It is, yeah.
Yep.
So
that's what we call an overload.
Yes, it is. And you got, put your lone receiver out wide. That way you're taking him out, and you're also giving this safety something to think about. You can see which way he's looking.
Right.
Like, do I need to give him some help out here or not, right?
And then he saw the back of the number, it said Rasul, and he goes, oh, all right, Carrington's on the other side. We're good.
Yeah, so you see Rudy kind of mugging. Of course, they're going to run opposite side. They're going to go weak away from the 3 tight ends.
Well, that's probably the hack count, right? Russell Wilson comes up to the line and sees everybody sitting over those tight ends because they got a man up. Hey, why aren't we running this ball left? Let's go.
Absolutely. The other thing that I've got in my notes that I'm noticing here too, I think you guys know I was very vocal. Rasul played good last year. I feel that. I feel he played pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
As we're watching it back, I'm seeing a whole bunch of missed tackles from Rasul. Watch Rasul right here up top, man. Watch our boy come in. First of all, I don't know what that is. It looked like Jack Sparrow running across the beach. Right. And then he gets down here and watch. Whoop. That's so bad.
Oh, man.
Good hustle by Kobe.
And I was going to say, if Wooden didn't hustle, Sutton had walled off Owens. So that would have been a much longer run. That would have been brutal.
Yeah, they put a quarter in the merry-go-round. So, okay, this time let's put Jonathan Owens down here in this stack backer spot. Let's let him play a little spurter this time.
All right. Eight in the box should do it.
Right. You see Quay get just manhandled right there. Watch Quay come through the gap right here. Watch this. Bang. That's just, it's tough.
I mean, he filled the hole. I appreciate that. You took on a O-lineman. I appreciate that.
That's fair, yeah.
We need, but we also need helmets to the ball. We need people in their gaps. So,
yeah. Coach Lynn said, ducking heads all over the field. It just looks like they don't want to tackle, to be honest with you, man. All right. So again, we got somewhat of a loaded box, right? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the box. And this looks like one of the rare times they ran 11 personnel. They went 2 by 2, right? They're going strong left, T weak is what it looks like to me. Like you said, all of them in a nasty split. Let's roll it here in slow-mo. Actually, let's go we'll go slow motion on this and we'll go get back. They ran a little bit of a game there, trying to bring a linebacker fire. So giving up about 5-6 yards there. All right, 3rd and 4. We're going to speed it up a touch because we're behind on time. And let's crank it here. 3rd and 4 for the Broncos.
Limited them to 3 field goals. 3rd down 4. There goes Wentz.
Guess who it was, Russell? You see it, Emilio? And we struggle with this bunch formation, man.
Yeah.
We struggle with it bad early. And what we mean by bunch, you see this little half diamond set up here. They're in a nasty split as well, which all bunches are. I shouldn't even say it moving forward. But essentially how this is usually played is one guy, and Coach Lynn could probably attest to this. This may be how they play it as well. But you typically got the guy who's on the number 2. And what we mean by number 2, from the outside in, there's your 1, your 2, your 3. So typically the 2 is up on the line of scrimmage in these bunch sets. It seems like that's more often than not. You try to jam them, and then if they do some kind of switch release, this inside guy goes with him, and the outside guy will go with him. Now, I'm not saying this is a switch release, but Sewell gets absolutely cooked. What you do there is you create a lot of bodies in a tight space, and it causes confusion.
And you make the DBs think instantly, hey, are we switching or are we not? And we need to know for sure, like if it's me and Clayton that are Rasul and Owens right there, we need to know, Clayton, are you taking the outside guy if he goes? If not, man, we're done for.
Yep. And what Coach Lynn said, bunch will again from the 3, said that's tough to defend. It is. There's no – and you see – that's the thing, too. People ask, well, what do you what kind of nickel defense do you run? And go, okay, what's the set? Are they playing nasty split? Are they playing, and more specifically in college, are they playing those Baylor splits where they're way out there on the out of bounds? Are they playing a bunch formation? Are they playing trips? Are they playing tray? All those things will determine how a defense plays this. But this I do have to chalk up on Joe Barry because he was never prepared for this bunch set. Like Coach Lynn says, it is tough to defend. Right. But when he's talking about a wheel route out of the 3, again, 1, 2, 3. So with him being the 3, it's just going to be a wheel route up the sideline here, right? And sometimes they'll kind of go up, attack, and hit, right? Kind of an out and up type. But
there's at least 6 options for those 3 people. You know what I mean? Like you've got two-way goes for each of those guys right there. That's a lot of options in a bunch nasty spot.
Yeah, and Coach Lynn kind of talking about that zone match approach here. He says they will pattern match after 6 yards, and we know 6 yards. That's a whole lot of time for things to go wrong. You know? Yeah. So let's roll the tape here in slow motion and show you what we're talking about real quick as we roll it back. Watch the 3, see if he wheels off, see if Coach got it. Yep. So see how they're kind of walling off. That's just tough, man. But you got to recognize it, man. You got to be aggressive and get out there. You know what they're doing here.
And we just talked, hey, Clayton, are we switching or are we not switching?
Right.
And their plan was to fight through the contact, and it didn't work.
And the more I watch this tape too, like you see him pointing at 34, maybe they got tired of that whole thing from Sewell, Maybe they got tired of that.
Ron says only guy having a tougher game than Quay is Rasul.
True. Very true. I'll tell you somebody who appreciates it. Carrington Valentine's like, thank God they stopped picking on me for a second. That's exactly what's going on.
For you?
All right, let's move forward.
Watch the vertical releases, something on the wheel route to the outside.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a good play call.
There's nothing Douglas can do. There's nothing illegal about it.
All right. So the Packers are now down 16-3, third quarter, 6:17 left. Play action, deep set, 1st and 10. Let's go. Christian Watson. Big game. All right, 2nd and 11.
Second down 11, Dylan.
Some tough yards there from Dylan. All right, now we got us a little bunch nasty X, don't we?
Yeah.
Actually, no, this is bunch nasty nub, right? So you got your bunch. Everybody's a nasty split. There's your nub right. T strong or T Saint rather. That's a pretty ball. That came out on time, didn't it? Yeah.
Out routes are the hardest routes to throw, man, from the far hash.
Absolutely.
That's a dart.
They run a little switch concept there, then a quick little out. That came out right as he broke through. And look at 56 about to lay the wood to Jordan Love. So essentially what you got is you got Jaden Reed's going to kind of work up here and run this quick out. And watch 56 is going to get around the edge. He kind of loses his footing, but the fact that Jordan Love steps into this throw, it's a pretty ball.
Yep. And right there we go beating them with a bunch. You know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely. All right, here we are in a 21 nasty set here. Wow. Takes a stretch.
Yep. Slide right protection for the O-line.
Bad ball. And what did we say about the red zone? Romeo Dobbs is just – he is the man down there.
Got Stickum. He's got absolute Stickum on him.
Yes, sir.
He said, I'm not letting go of that ball. You better have both refs pull me off this thing.
And it was a bad ball. I don't mean to pick on Love here, but that was a pretty bad ball because he had all kinds of space out there. Let's see if we can get it all the way back here. And again, this might be one of those double crossers, play action double crosser maybe. It's kind of what it looks like. Yeah, I think it is. So essentially, if I'm looking at this correct, and it gets hard on the TV copy when I haven't prepped completely, but it's going to be a crosser here. This one's going to be a little bit deeper, almost acts like a post, but it's going to be a crosser too.
And then that wing tight end is going to kind of come down and sift a little. DeGuara is going to kind of chip. Yep. And I think he's supposed to release. I don't know what happened there, but
I think you're right, yeah. DeGuara definitely lost his balance too. But you see Jordan, and again, that's off platform. It's not like his feet were set, right?
He was doing like a sideways jump floater.
So underthrown, but again, Dobbs just man. What a receiving core we got, man. I'm excited about this guy.
Bates is over here. Red Dub zone.
Oh, I love it. Let's get a T-shirt made right now in the merch store. All right. So we're back to the Broncos with the ball here, 3rd and 3. The score is now 16-10. Somehow, Emilio, we're in this game at the end of the 3rd quarter. Look at Rashawn Gary, baby.
Stop playing with him.
So the Packers get the ball back. Defense stood tall. 14:09 left in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 5 play.
Right.
Deep drop. There's that running throw again.
Oh,
Is that when he got hurt?
I think so.
If it wasn't, it should have been because he got annihilated.
No, I'm pretty sure it was.
It's Luke Musgrave just getting crunched. But you got to, that's a hospital ball right there. I promise you, they ain't looking at it going, good ball, love. You got to get that thing out here, right?
Right.
Protect your tight end.
And every time you put your hands over your head and open up, it's,
If he crawls over, I ain't going to show it. I can't remember if that was it or not. If you guys would in the chat, do you guys remember if this was the game where Luke Musgrave lacerated the kidney? Am I thinking right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, anyway, 1st and 10, 13:49 left driving. Great play by Musgrave, by the way. Dillon inside. When you need 3 yards, he'll get you 3 yards. When you need 5 yards, he'll get you 3 yards. Okay. All right, so now we're going trips left. Actually, it's tray left because the tight end is attached right here. Okay, So we're going tray left, spreading them out, T-same. Little swing pass. I don't like how this one's setting up. Wilson made it happen. All right, just a little bit short there. So 3rd and 2, huge play right here. That got blew up from the get-go, didn't it, man?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah. So 4th and 1, 11:57. I don't remember this series at all, man. This is wild. 4th and 1, 11:57 left. Going for it, obviously. How do you feel about that, Neil? Let me ask you that real quick. We're at the 29-yard line. Keep in mind, Anders Carlson up to this point has been a pretty solid kicker. Now, I know he missed one earlier in this game, but do you go for it here or do you kick the field goal? How do you feel about that situation? It's tough.
I honestly, I don't mind going for it at all. I know you're kind of more old school. You want the points, right?
Yeah,
but
I'm boring as hell, man.
I think my objection would be personnel choice. If we're gonna run it, let's go heavy. And maybe do like how they kind of did it. Let's have 13 personnel on one side, and we're gonna run a short side to AJ. A nice quick, third gap or something like that. But
looks like what we decided to go with was ace 12.
Yeah,
or the 12 ace twin, and what you're doing is you're kicking Dontavian Wicks inside almost like an extra tight end.
Right, and he's not Lazard. Nothing against Wicks. I love him. I need a bigger body.
Yeah, he ain't Lazard. You're right, man. Some people are going, thank God. And I agree, but in this case, all right. So, yeah, and they confirmed in the chat it was actually the Chargers game where he got lacerated. So there's another shot. And the fact that Musgrave finished that game with a lacerated kidney, like, you've seen the hits he's taken. I think Musgrave's going to be a star in this league.
Mm-hmm.
And it says a lot for Tucker Kraft, too. But, all right, here we go. 4th and 1, 11:53 left. All right, a little play action. Look who they go to. Big Ben Sims. Let's go. Got him a yard. First down. All right, another twin look. Man, they really leaned on this 21 twin, didn't they?
I think we're going to lean on it a lot this year, too. I just need to know who's going to be in that fullback position. That is 100% my biggest question, I think, right now of the offseason.
And see, I kind of see it different. I'm eager to see which way it goes because for me, it's like, okay, the DeGuara experiment obviously didn't work. To me, I think Tucker Kraft would be our best H-back. He's the most physical blocker of the tight ends, in my opinion. It could be Sims. I don't know. I know many people want A.J. Dillon to play H. I just don't see it, man. I don't see A.J. as that H. He's built like it. Don't get me wrong. But I haven't seen enough tape of him run blocking is my point.
Right. So, right. He'd be a perfect full house H if there wasn't, if he wasn't the main blocking back, but we could still run some traps and some counters to him.
That's a great point. Yeah. All right, so we're going 21-12. Everything's nasty here. Ooh, I like that. How it's kind of almost like a misdirection, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at AJ. Let's go.
Look at him high stepping, baby.
Oh, I love it. And this is what I mean by that. And I don't know if it's the technical term is misdirection. I'd like to get Coach Lynn's take if he's still in here. What I mean by misdirection is you're going to see Love turn this way, but he's going to hand the ball off on this side. So you're going to get AJ kind of like this. And what happens is these defenders are keying in on the offensive line and the running back, right? When they see the running back start that way, they all typically shift, right? Because they're thinking it's going to be a run right, and then they cut it back in the opposite direction.
And I think the misdirection is a little bit more on AJ on this one, just because I mean, every time when I was growing up, the quarterback always opened opposite of the side he was handing off to. Mm-hmm. You always open, or I guess maybe it did. I did see that extra play fake there on that fullback dive, but on this play specifically. But it is normally an open to the opposite side that you're handing it to.
Yeah, definitely. And notice how AJ takes that quick shuffle to the right.
Yep.
And then also keep in mind we got the guard on the backside pulling, right?
Right.
So he's going to pull over.
And he hit him with the mini fake to DeGuara, which didn't do anything because DeGuara was going in for the block, but it held 47, that near side linebacker. It held him up just a split second.
Definitely. And keep in mind, too, like, all right, we always say take your eye off the ball. We're looking at the running backs right now. We're looking at the fullback. We're looking at the action that Love's given. Let's take your eye off the offense for a second. Forget them. Let's see if the defense bites on this little look, this little action that we just talked about, okay? See if they bite and go to the offense's right, the defense's left, toward the bottom of the screen. Yeah, see down here? This guy gets out of his run pit immediately, right? You see how he kind of hopped outside? He had to adjust. Let's watch this backer here now. A little bit of hesitation, didn't bite a whole lot, but you've got the hat count galore now.
Right.
Yeah. So, again, beautiful play call. Like you said, look at AJ High stepping through the hole. Let's go, man. I think he's going to be playing with some attitude this year, bro.
2 wide receivers downfield blocking, too.
Yeah, Romeo Dobbs. Not only does he catch touchdowns in double coverage, but he's downfield blocking for the running backs. You love to see it. All right, let's roll the tape here. 1st and 10 now. Moving the ball to the 13-yard line, 12.5-yard line of the Broncos. Got a chance to go up here, man. Same look, wasn't it? A little fake pullback. Came to the other side. They didn't bite that time.
They blew that one up.
Yeah, big time. All right, so went to the well a little too often. LaFleur said, okay, screw it. Let's flex this thing out.
5 wide.
Exactly. So you got your T up top. So this is what you call T boundary. Again, boundary, short side. This is the field side. So with the T being up top, you would say T boundary. This is basically 11 gun empty, strong right. There's your tight end. T boundary is how you would describe this. 2nd and 13. A little quarterback draw. Was that designed? I believe it was, wasn't it? Maybe there was a little action in there anyway, right? Because you see Dobbs will run a route up top here. He's running a route, but the rest of these guys kind of look like they're just decoying. No, everybody's running a route. I guess.
Yeah, no, everyone is.
Yeah. Do you think Love just said, screw it? Let's try to run the ball here?
And sometimes you see that with man, right? Everyone's eyes are down. The only one looking at him says safety that looks like he's breaking right now at the top or side right of the screen there.
Yep.
I like that Rashid stayed laying down. He said, oh, he's coming. I'm going to get
– Watch him put his head down.
He said, hit the deck.
He tucked his arms in.
He said,
God, I love Rasheed Walker, bro.
It's like, I got the ghillie suit on. I'm hidden.
He's seen Jordan coming and he tucked his arms. I can't get enough of it. This how you know you're a football nerd, man. You can't get enough of this stuff. So again, Rashid, watch Rashid, keying on Rashid. He falls down, right? And right here, he's like, oh crap, watch him.
Oh, he's coming.
Oh, that's gross. That is golden, man. Little baby stiff arm taking a lick. You know LaFleur was ready to kill Love all year long because he did it all year, man, just taking hits.
What are you doing?
Right. So here we are down to roughly the 4-yard line now.
Yep.
All right, so now we're going 22-I. So balanced look. So you got 2 running backs, 2 tight ends. There's probably a wide receiver also.
Oh, they got offset heavy. It looks like they brought in an extra tackle there.
Let's do it. Let's count it up.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're right, man. They're going a little U71 action.
Josh right there, right next to him. Yep.
Yep, that's Josh. You're right. Good eye, Emilio.
So we're overload left.
Mm-hmm. This is what they referred to as U71 bacon when Mike Wall played, and they would bring in Kevin Berry and U71 bacon.
I like that. U73 bacon. There
you go. U73 hog cat. There you go. All right, here we go. Let's go.
Oh,
that was a false start, was it not?
That was a false start.
Did they call it? What's DeGuara here? What's DeGuara?
Dude's playing Frogger.
Playing Frogger. Poor DeGuara. I hope he does well in Jacksonville because he did not do well here, man. Yep, there's a flag.
Yeah.
He
tried to play it off too. No, I was blocking.
I think that probably would have been a tut or two. I know everybody stopped, but all that suspense of us talking about U71 bacon and Hogcat.
That's what happens when we forget the game.
Oh, so tough. Matt LaFleur said, "Cut his ass." He did too. Now, all right, 3rd and 7. That obviously pushes them back. They're going to go with a little bunch. Yeah, bunch nasty nub left here. T-same. Oh, Lord, I would hate to be Aaron Jones right now. Look at that. Bang. So this is what's tough. Remember the field goal we talked about earlier, right?
Yep.
Let's say you kick it and you hit it. Right here you kick it, you tie it up, And maybe they go in for the score. I can't remember. But that's what I'm talking about, being boring. Now, listen, Anders misses that field goal. Everybody's going, it's 1 yard. You should have went for it. I get it. I'm not saying it's a slam dunk. But all right, so right here we're going to go out of the gun. We are going strong left stack.
Yep.
Kind of a little double stack look. Some people don't refer to this as stack because this receiver isn't directly behind the other. To me, it's close enough. I would call it. Maybe
I think if they're within a yard, it's a stack.
Yeah. There's that read option they love to run. This is actually a little RPO action. I think what we're doing is an RPO lookie. Put the ball in the belly of the running back, and if this void opens up, this should be a slant right here from Romeo Dobbs. Yeah, that's what I've always heard, and I could be wrong. I'd love to know what Coach Lynn calls this, but I've always heard this called RPO lookie.
Oh my God, I forgot that.
Look. This guy, Romeo Dobbs drops the pass. Now, granted, this was a heater. I mean, Jordan Love hummed that tater.
And it was sidearm nonetheless.
Oof. Hit him right in the face. Right? So the ball bounces straight up in the air, and Jaden Reed catches it off the tip.
It's like that replacements play when Falco drills the D-line, and then they just ear hole him.
Right. So, hey, it worked out.
All part of the play. We drew it up like that.
Got it right where we want them.
Matt LaFleur. All right. DeGuara saved. We got some points out of that.
Yeah. All right. You can hang around another week, DeGuara.
But love. All right, guys, let's go. We got to get off the field, man.
Again, this little RPO lookie, right? I love the pump fake, though. That's probably what threw Dobby off, but notice Jordan sees this guy. Well, pump fake, get him to commit, and the sidearm hit the second window, unfortunately. Hit him in the face.
Jordan didn't want to throw a 94-yard pick six.
No, you got that right. Jaden Reed's just a playmaker, man.
Because of the speed of Dobbs coming through there, he's able to get his hands on
it. Dobbs threw his hands up. Touchdown, let's go. Love it. All right, we got to go quick here. We're out of time. So Broncos get the ball back 17-16. Packers lead for the first time today. 8:31 left. Carrington Valentine.
Good put.
Toss right. Quay just can't get off the block, man.
No.
Look at Duck. Let's go. Blitzing. Darnell Savage again, missed tackle.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Nixon. I'm sorry. Sorry, Savage. I apologize. I know you're watching the show.
You're safe.
All right, 3rd and 6 for the Broncos. Let's go. Is that Preston?
Yep.
All right, so here we are, 52-yard attempt. So the defense holds strong. They got a chance to take the lead, 52-yard attempt here.
52-yard field goal for the lead. It is good.
That's clutch right there.
Mm-hmm.
This seemed to be the story of the entire year, Emilio. Everything went wrong for the Packers in this game. And you look up, the offense has the ball down by less than one score, and you got a chance to go. All you need is a field goal. 3:11 left. 2-minute drill. Let's go, boys. Let's do it.
Yep.
Play action. Look at AJ.
Rumbling, bumbling,
Yeah.
stumbling.
What a play, man. That's just a little play action stab, I believe. So now we're in a doubles look. Actually, nope, we're in a Trey left. Right,
Mhm.
there's your tight end, Trey left, T same.
Behind in the sticks, 3rd and 20.
God, I'd like to know what happened leading up to that. Oh, there it is at the bottom. Well, distance to field goal yard line. Never mind. Thought they might be talking about the penalty. So something happened there. It had to have been a hold, right? To push it back. Yeah. So penalties got them again there. Forget the DeGuara penalty, then you get a hold. Right here, you got to play it as 2 downs, right? You just got to go, okay, let's try to get a chunk here. Let's get 7-8 yards.
Right, yeah, you don't need 20.
Right.
Oh, I remember this one.
What did he do?
Oh.
So tough. That's probably the biggest mistake that Love made all year. Was we seen it in the last game, wasn't it? Was it against the Raiders? Remember?
Yep.
It was a 3rd and 10 play. You don't have to win it on this down,
Mhm.
right? Let's keep moving the ball down the field. You got a little bit of time.
And I think he got more used to like, all right, let's cut it loose in the first 3 quarters. That way you don't have to like fire every shot in the 4th. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
I do remember that though. AJ Dillon was sitting on the dump off, and we were just like, "What are you doing?" Like,
wasn't he?
Yeah, he was butt naked.
Yeah, I think I remember ranting on that just a touch.
Yeah, someone paused it right there, took a picture of it, put it on Twitter, and was like, "All right,
right there."
Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah, you gotta know, you gotta live to play another down. Listen, it's easy. Like I said, we're out-of-shape losers sitting on the couch going, "Why'd you throw that?"
But how's he going to learn if he doesn't make the mistake?
Right, exactly. So, yeah, AJ was obviously the check down there. And he checks that down. There's all kinds of grass out there. Holy cow, man.
Yeah. And still time. We got 1:47, right? And, again, that's something I think he learned a lot. You know, he grew up a lot, don't need it all in one. All that stuff. Because you got to make the mistakes, man. That had to happen, right? You got to sit there, think about that, dude. Why, I need to realize next time on something like that, I got to make a different decision, sort of thing, and that's big.
Yeah. So obviously, this is just trying to run the clock out here. They're going to sprint right, try to hold it for 5 seconds on a 4th and 9.
Buy some time. Now launch it. Get it out of bounds. Clock at 1 and 0's on the clock. Don't plug the game. That's all she wrote.
All right, so there you go, man. Broncos win 19-17. Take
2-3 to 2-4.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Love late INT on 3rd down.
But again, I've said it earlier. How many of these 1-score games were we in? Did we come back from? Are we, do we have a chance to win next year? All that stuff.
Right. Who would you give the offensive player of the game to for the Packers side? 2 that come to mind for me are A.J. Dillon and Romeo Doubs.
Yep.
Who would you think?
I think Doubs was the first one, and then I thought of Jaden Reed catching that last ball, but I guess Doubs assisted him. So I'll say, yeah, you give it to the tractor or give it to Doubs. You pick.
Yeah, I agree. What about on defense? Did anybody stick out to you there? Because you only gave up 19 points, especially with the offense sputter. Now, listen, I know it's the Broncos; they were hot garbage. I got you, but the one that sticks out to me, I mean.
Rashawn got that sack. He stepped up when we needed him. But my problem was we had so many – we were eyeballing all the negatives. We didn't get a chance to really peek at all the positives, on the defense.
Yeah, it's a great point. I think the big thing I'm going to put on defense is just missed tackles.
Missed tackles, right.
Yeah, that was –
And communication. I think we were still really working through a lot of, little communication issues, coming down late, making adjustments, sliding over this, and that. So,
yeah, definitely. All right, cool, man. Again, I know it's hard to watch these, but at the same time, it's important to kind of understand what happened. Again, I came into this game going, I don't really remember what happened. I forgot that we were in it pretty much to the very end right there, right?
Yeah, and some of those just jogged bad memories, but I needed it because I forgot them, but then seeing the plays, it's like, oh, okay. Now looking back, that was horrible that happened in the moment. Looking back, it's like, oh, Love made a mistake, dude. He knows he shouldn't have thrown that deep ball late. We didn't need it all. Like that is something that he's so past at this point. It's nice.
Yeah, definitely. So there you go. That was the the rewind at the Denver Broncos. Again, what we're going to do, we're going to finish this series because I think we're getting ready to get into the good stuff.
We should stop now. Everyone will start. This is when everyone was saying, get Sean Clifford out. And I said, take the dog out for a walk, but he's not getting the keys to the Ferrari, man.
Take a vacation. Stop watching football. We're not putting Clifford.
Yeah. Not happening.
Yeah, so we'll get through these tough games here, this tough stretch, and then we'll get to week 9 and things are going to get really good. So what we're going to do, we're going to be back on YouTube soon. I want to finish this series, though, because I think it's important. Mm-hmm. So what we'll do is just not go live on YouTube for that, That's just what we'll do. And then we do our regular show. We'll include YouTube again and all that good stuff. I'll definitely put a video message out and let everybody know what's going on there. So because I think it is important. I think it will be fun coming down the stretch to kind of finish the season out and see how things turn out. Now, I can't remember if Pittsburgh was next or not. I think we had Carolina too. So it's Carolina and Pittsburgh, I believe.
That was the great game. I mean, he can block.
Was it hit? Oh, my God.
That Pittsburgh game was it.
Yeah. That was peak Christian Watson hate season.
Yeah.
And it was like every time I would turn on the tape, I'd go, the ball is underthrown. Like, what are we doing here? So, yeah. Anyway. I agree, Ron. Ron says, good show, guys. Emilio needs to show up more for these rewatch shows. Completely agree.
Appreciate it, Ron.
Yeah. Definitely, man. You crushed it tonight. And Chris Nichols says, Clayton, thoughts and prayers with you and your family. Definitely. Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate it, buddy. I'm trying not to talk about, personal stuff, on the show. People, you guys got enough stuff going on in your life, but I definitely appreciate that, Chris. And we got good news today. Vitals are back up. Took a huge swing for the positive today with my brother. So, definitely appreciate everybody.
Absolutely,
again, everybody's reached out. You guys, it's like a family, and absolutely love it, man. Absolutely.
Yep. Anything that happens with family, me, anybody on, any of the hosts or whatever, it's impressive to see, what we have in this family community. I know we've talked about it before, man, but just so thankful for everyone,
Yeah, definitely. Coach Lynn says, thanks for keeping this going. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Really. Yeah. Again, it's important. It's important to understand what happened, why did it happen. And Coach Lynn, you bring so much value to it too, man. You've got way more football experience than us. And we do want to get you on the show. I know we talked about it before. I don't know how busy when your busy season cranks up. Right now, it's everything we got to try to put a show together with the stuff I got going on. I know Emilio's working his rear end off. Jacob, same thing. Tim's, trying to keep family together too. we're all basically trying to keep these marriages going while we want to talk ball too. So you got to find that balance. You got to find that happy medium. But Mrs. Green is awesome. She runs the show and we all know it. So there you go. But all right, appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Again, want to give a special shout out to the Patreon group. You guys are awesome. I'm going to continue to post the Rumble link in there until everyone gets used to subbing to the channel and all that good stuff. Rumble's been a great tool. Appreciate those, ladies and gentlemen.
We should just throw that the Rumble link in the YouTube description in case anyone gets lost. Go ahead and just hit that, man. Rumble's popping off. We had 30, 40 people in there tonight. I mean, 200 watching easy. So
can I say this? The thing about that, I have been told that if you share a Rumble link on YouTube, they shadow ban you.
Oh,
they kick you down the algorithm because it's a competitor.
Never mind.
It's wild. It's wild.
Go ahead and just hit Google or something. I don't even know.
We need to get Jacob in here for a 3-minute rant. That's what so,
he calls.
I just said again, I don't want you guys don't want to hear that crap. You're here to talk ball. But thank you all for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. For those of you listening on the pod, thank you for making us a part of your day. As always, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world. And go Pack Go.
The power sweep actually is the lead play in our offense. We ask our YN or a tight end to open up somewhere between 6 feet and 9 feet. Get an isolation with the linebacker. From the tackle, take the defensive end if he's over him. If he's not, to drive down on the first man who is inside. If the YN has the linebacker taken out, he cuts inside. If the YN has the linebacker in, he comes all the way around. You look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here, and try to run this play in the alley.